the chatbot and things like that, right? For next 30 minutes, I'll be walking through slow steps of prompt engineering, and from there we can take it forward. Before we go ahead, let me introduce myself. I'm Ramesh Babu. I have 20 years of experience in data field and AI field. I predominantly work on data and AI, where plenty of solutions, plenty of products that I have built in throughout my journey. And I worked with plenty of Fortune 500 companies, and as well as I previously worked with Cognizant, Latent View, Aspire Systems, Grameener, and so on. So currently I'm heading a practice in unlimited innovations. I'm leading a practice of in the base of analytics and generative AI. So that's a short introduction. Let's move on to the first slide. What is prompt engineering? This PPT is for your reading, but I will slowly get back to the evolution, how the prompt engineering is getting evolved during a course of time. Let's go back a little bit on the 10 years before, how the AI has been generated. And before that, 20 years back, companies are building data warehouses, and slowly big data comes into picture as a lot of data has been accumulated, and companies don't know what to do with this data. So now they are so from 2010 to 2015, people are using descriptive analytics, where using Power BI, Tableau, and different visual analytics are in place. And after that, people are going towards predictive modeling, different algorithm models, different supervised and unsupervised learning models are in place. Then after that, slowly the natural language processing was evolved, as the natural language processing is kind of heading towards different other journey. ChatGPT was in place, Gemini, Llama, and different large language models are in place, right? So that is the base for prompt engineering, right? So after the generative AI like ChatGPT was in place, now people are looking at or using ChatGPT and other large language models, so-called large language models. Now, how do we use or collaborate between public data and the private data, right? So when I say public data, internet data. So general large language models like ChatGPT, Llama, and other LLMs are trained or pre-trained using internet data, and that is called a public data, right? And the certain things we call it as a private data, which is specific to some of the domains. We will discuss that in detail as well, right? So this prompt engineering, what is a prompt? Prompt, let us split the words between prompt versus engineering, right? What is a prompt? Prompt is one, a user is asking questions, and how do LLM will take the answer and optimize the answer, then give the appropriate and effective answer to the user is a prompt, right? So that is called prompt. And engineering, meaning we can slice and dice of the language processing technique, and then how do LLM can able to understand this question and then able to give an effective answer. So that is prompt engineering, right? I hope it makes sense for you guys. So prompt engineering is a base for building chatbots, virtual assistants, and any of building LLM models and so on and so forth, right? So that is prompt engineering, right? Let's go back to the next slide. So why prompt engineering is so important? Okay, so why it is important is that so it is highly important because the large language models are getting trained using public data. So there are conflict informations will be there, and there are conflict context will be there in the public data, where if the users are asking questions which is not being relevant or not being provided accurately, then the LLMs will be confused. So the LLMs is getting confused. So it will give you a wrong information, which is a hallucination called as hallucination, which gives wrong information to the user or irrelevant information to the user, right? So that is why the prompt engineering is much more essential for each and every chatbot building and for any virtual assistants building. This is much more essential. The prompt engineers are highly paid in the market of US, India, and other geographical levels, right? So that is why prompt engineering is much more essential. So there are advantages and there are disadvantages in prompt engineering. Certain things or limitations that I will say, something like, the LLM's model may not be able to keep a memory on top of it. That is one limitations that we have currently. As well as it cannot, say for example, if I'm asking a question to the LLM or a chat GPT, who win in the match of India versus South Africa, which happens 2 days before, right? So which may not be there in the LLM, which we have to keep taking those data, which has a recent one, and we have to train the model and again and again and again, right? So that becomes complication for where the prompt engineers are much more needed for them to keep on collecting the data and then keep on training it, right? So the recent data may not be updated in the LLMs, so which is much more essential for the prompt engineers to keep a track of it, right? So that could be the another reason where the prompt engineering is much more essential nowadays. Let's go back to the next slide. So quite a bit of examples that I've given. As I rightly mentioned, user is asking some question, and then if it provides any of the wrong information, may not be an appropriate way or a relevant way. So that could be the reason why the prompt engineering is very important to us nowadays. I'll just give an example, a real life example, where why it is getting important. Think about a college, since most of them are college students. Think about a college, and then if a question is asked to the, the chatbot, right? How many students have joined the college in 2010? Which means, there will be some history of answers will be there in the market, or maybe in the open or a public environment, or it may not be there during that course of time. College may not be even exist, or maybe exist. So that information may not be irrelevant, or maybe getting confused by the chat conversation. So so the GPT may be giving a wrong answer to the user, which is not relevant. Moving on to the next slide. So there are a lot of different techniques. Techniques and different process where we can able to do prompt engineering. We'll spend a lot of time here. So there are zero shots, there are one shot, there are multiple shots, there are negative prompts, we call it as, there are chain of thought and different things like that, right? So there are a lot of techniques available. People may say, chain of thought. There is one more, methodology we follow, which is called RAG. And there is one more called chain of thought. There is another one called, React. So those are all the techniques that currently, people are started using it. Let's go one by one and then understand it very clearly. What is zero shot prompts meaning? Suppose I am the user. I am just, typing a statement, right? I want to take a summary of the statement, correct? So summary meaning I'm just giving a paragraph and then asking to summarize it. Right? So there is no input. Input could be of any and output could be of any. That's called a zero shot prompting. So, suppose I'm a student, there is an essay which I want to summarize it very quickly, where I'm just copying a essay and then throwing it to the chat GPT or a Gemini, where it will, I'm just asking them to summarizing it, and then it will give some summarization which will be relevant to the context of that document or maybe the essay. That is called a zero prompts, right? Zero shot prompts. There is another one called one shot prompting, which is of straightforward one question and one answer to it, right? So for example, what is the capital of India? What is the temperature in Chennai? What is the who is a chief minister in Chennai, and so on and so forth. Those are all single point of answer will be delivered by the ChatGPT and the Gemini or other LLM models, so which is called a one shot. So what are multiple shots, or like multiple things or multiple shots, right? So so there are 3-4 things we call it as, or like given an example, right? So one is a chain of thought, which is again a technique, but again a multiple shots, multiple shot of questions, right? So let's go one by one. The chain of thought or a chain of shot is that if a question can be asked to a user, it will be breaking down into multiple tasks, and multiple tasks are giving multiple answers, and that answers are getting consolidated and then providing it to the user, right? I repeat, the chain of thought, COT, we call it as COT. The chain of thought is that if there is a question being asked by the user, and those questions can be break down into multiple tasks or multiple questions, then it will give you one appropriate answer, which is called chain of thought, right? I'll give an example here. Suppose the user is asking a question like, how many students in the college, in the department, each of the departments, right? So my question are that I need a total number of students, and I need students from civil, students from mechanical, student from electrical, student from computer science, right? So now, for example, the answer will be 30 students in civil, 50 students in mechanical, 30 students in electrical, and 50 students in computer science, right? So which means 80 plus 80, which is 160. Okay, so the answer will be 160, but internally each of the questions are divided into multiple answers or multiple tasks, and then it will give you one single answer, right? I'll give you one more example here for the better understanding. Suppose, assume you have a shop, and then large shop, right? So large shop, where a CEO is asking a question, right? What is the sale today, or like last year, and then breaking down into different product lines, right? Each and every product lines could be different, right? So one is a biscuit, another one is a spices, and another one is a milk and dairy products and so on. So it will break down into 2 or 3 different product lines, and then it will give you each and every revenue out of it, right? Suppose for the specific month, these product lines sales will be given, and it will be accumulated and then providing it answer to the CEO. All right. So that level is called a chain of thought. Right? What is RAG? RAG is a recent technique where most of the chatbot or like LLMs, or maybe people are kind of using it, which is called retrieval augmented generation, right? RAG, retrieval augmented generation, right? So which is RAG. What is retrieval augmented generation, right? See, the user is asking question, which is kind of retrieved, and there could be answers, could be in a domain based or maybe a public data, right? So there are 2 answers that you will get it, right? So either from the domain aspect of it, and 2 from the public data as well, right? So where RAG will be fetching data from both domain aspect of it as well as the public data, which is called, it will augment into a domain based, and it will provide or generate answers based on the customer need or based on the user need, I will say, right? So it is called retrieval augmented and generation, which is called a RAG model, which is widely used across all companies, right? So that is the another widely used. I will just again give you an example. For example, if I'm asking a question, like what is the sales revenue for a company for the year 2024, which means the open data may be having a wrong information, which is kind of a private database. When I say open data, which is a public data, where LLMs are getting trained using the public data, so it will give you a wrong answer, like 12.5 billion or whatever, right? But that's not the right answer. So the RAG technique will actually go into the private database or a knowledge base, we call it as. Then it will take the information, the right information, like for example, it is the revenues could be 5 billion or whatever. Right? So it will give you a right answer, which is called a RAG technique. So again, I'm just reiterating the RAG technique. The RAG technique will actually takes a step of public database and may not be, if there is not having a right information, it goes to the private knowledge base and then it will picks it up the data and then provide you the answer, right? So whatever domain you take it, right? So insurance, retail, college basis, you can ask, like, for example, how many students are currently joined for this year, right? So the public data may not be having it. So people may be joining a day in and day one and day two. So people will be having those answer, correctly using RAG technique. There is one more technique called React, REACT. That's a React technique, which is kind of again starting using it. So that also kind of widely used in the market, right? So what is a React? Again, React is also a multiple shot, answers that we'll be providing, right? It will not come under one shot or maybe two shots and so on. So React framework is, something like this, right? So reasoning plus acting. So that is called a React technique. So what does it mean? Suppose there could be two answers. Answers will be from the historical way, and there could be two answers, right? So I want to look at, I will quote an example again here. So the examples is something like this, right? What is the number of students who joined in 2023, and what is the number of students in the college who joined in 2010, right? So there will be a data in the public database of like LLM maybe having a data of the students which is from the 2023, which we would have trained it, and we'll be having those data, and it can give you an answer correctly, right? What happens if there is no data has been trained in the 2010 level of data, right? So it's kind of a complex. So then the reacting and acting technique or a framework, which will again goes to the private database, and then it will fetch you the right number of students, and then it will give you a result, right? So this is not widely used in the market, but slowly, people are getting adapting to it, right? So why we are doing this? So nowadays we are interacting with chatbot, virtual assistant, and different other co-pilots for an instance, right? So each and every day the prompting is evolving. One day or the other, people are coming up with a lot of things, right? So recently, Meta has launched Japa LLM, which is very very recent. Honestly, I have not tried it, but I'm going to sure that I'm very sure that Japa will also be a very good LLM will be used across widely in the market. So all the AI engineers or prompt engineers are currently needed, who are wanted to use across all these techniques that I have told you. So I have touched upon most of the things. I have not touched upon the negative, prompting and things like that, because which is all, negative scenarios where I want to touch upon. I don't want to touch upon that, but widely used things are one, zero shot technique, one shot technique, multiple shot technique. Within multiple shot technique, you have COT, the chain of thought. RAG is again a multiple shot question or prompting. And then the React one is also getting used across it, right? So these are all few types of prompting, I will say, or maybe a techniques where currently being used across the industry, right? So let's move on to the next slide. What are the typical examples of the prompt engineering, right? So I think I spoke about a lot of things about colleges, databases, and things like that, right? So let's slightly talk about the real time use cases, correct? I hope everybody will be using any of the online channels like Amazon or Swiggy, Zomato, Uber, Ola, and etc. Right? So you cannot directly interact with the customer service agents. So India has widely used BPO, peoples, right? So BPO meaning business process outsourcing, where a lot of customer service agents will be there to reduce some of the costing. It is a kind of overhead for the company. So company are looking for how do I make my chatbot much more efficient? How do I fine tune my questions from the users? How do I give appropriate answers to the users and so on and so forth, right? So whatever I said, uh, like Swiggy, Zomato, Uber, Ola, Amazon, Blinkit, Zepto, all are having chat assistants and virtual assistants or co-pilots for that matter. So everything is kind of an example for you guys to explore, right? So if you give a profound question, you get a profound answer. But if you are asking any question which is not relevant, you may be getting irrelevant answers, right? But kind of over a period, right? So these companies is also taking those questions and then fine tuning it across things, right? So, but these are all private database, not kind of linked to any of the LLMs. But over a future, over a period or over a future, that these guys will also be slowly hitting the public database and then hitting the private database and then providing appropriate answers to it, right? So that is a few examples that I want to highlight.
We know how important LLM is. Can you just brief them for the beginners who don't know about LLM?
Okay, great. So LLM is large language model, right? So ChatGPT, Gemini, Llama are three LLMs, right? So we call it as LLMs or generative AI platforms, right? So these LLMs, so how does it, at the background, how does it work, right? So let's take one example, right? So ChatGPT, which is much more easier and most of the people are using it, right? So ChatGPT have taken a publicly available data. So publicly available data meaning it is available in Google, it is available in Bloomberg, it is available in all other websites, right? So it has taken those information, and then if I'm not wrong, I think they have taken 2 million or 20 million of data, and then they have pre-trained the ChatGPT models, right? So that is, I mean, lot of data which is kind of collected, and then using those collection, it has been trained accordingly. It is split into multiple questions, and multiple questions are getting answered. So that is called large language model. So if I split by large language and model, like for example, in those days, we call it as big data. What is big data? Data is accumulating, and from 1 to 10, 10 to 100, and 100 to 1000, it is called big data, right? So now we call it as NLP, natural language processing. So natural language processes is getting large now, and we use any one of the natural language processing model in the large language model, and then we keep on training it, right? So that is called large language models.
Thank you so much. And another question we have is, what is the future of prompt engineering? You conveyed about what is prompt engineering, and many people asking what's there about in the future of prompt engineering. Can you just say about that?
Okay, great. So it's a wonderful question, right? So I think in 2015, people are talking about analytics, AI, right? So most of the people, we say it is not the future, right? Who will do prediction? Who is asking to do this, that? None of the model is giving accuracy, so on and so forth, right? So now 2020, 2021, 22, right? So most of them are looking for predictive models. Companies are shifting towards predictive models, right? For example, if you take a Ola or a Uber app, and if you keep booking those keep on places, then it will actually prompting it to, like, for example, if I am traveling from from my house to DLF in Chennai in the morning, it will prompt in the morning saying that this is your location that you want to do. So that is called a prompting, right? So that is kind of a prediction which happens in most of the organization and most of the companies, right? So the future of prompt engineering will be, that is going to be the future now, right? Because everything is going to be chat assistant, virtual agents, and we need more engineers on prompt. I mean, we call it as prompt engineers for next 5 to 10 years. That's going to be the future, and you will all be playing around with it, right? So that is the future of prompt engineering.
So நேத்து வந்து நம்ம ஜீனி பத்தி நீங்க பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. Okay, so what the StudAI Genie is. So அந்த StudAI Genieல பின்னாடி என்ன நடக்குது? Okay, so StudAI Genie பேசிக்கா எதுக்கு அப்படின்னா, the thing where the all paid LLMs, okay, free LLMs and paid LLMs are there in market. So all the paid LLMs will combine together because the paid LLMs is the best one. Okay, so combine together பண்ணி ஒரு இடத்துல நம்ம வைக்கிறது தான் வந்து StudAI Genie. ஓகே, அது ஒரு பர்சனலைசரா. ஸோ அதுக்கு பின்னாடி எப்படி இருக்கு, அது எப்படி ஒர்க் ஆகுது. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வாட் த டுடே செக்ஷன் இஸ். ஓகே, ஸோ we will start. Okay, the first thing is the stages of training conventional AI. Okay, so you all see the generative AI and all the stuff. So, but this is conventional AI. Almost the both are same. Everything is same. But what the difference is, we don't create the AI fully from scratch. Okay, many people create the AI like LLMs, the large language model, but we customize the large language model based on our needs. So this is what the conventional AI is. Okay, think of training an AI as a teacher, a kid to have a conversation. Okay, there are different steps like getting them answer specific question well, or given them more knowledge to draw from. Okay, we will start from the basics, and then we will move to advanced techniques. Here the main steps that what I want to cover in this slide is prompt engineering, RAG, fine tuning, full training. Okay, so my voice is audible right now, right?
You are audible now.
Okay. So prompt engineering. So எல்லாருமே கரெக்டா கேட்டுக்கோங்க. So after this slide, you have one poll. Okay. So prompt engineering அப்படின்றது இவ்வளவு நேரம் நீங்க பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. சிம்பிளா சொல்லணும்னா giving AI to specific prompt to see how it responds. So ஒரு விஷயத்தை நீங்க கொடுத்து அது எப்படி ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் பண்ணுதுன்ற பார்க்கறது தான் prompt engineering சிம்பிளா. Okay, so then RAG means retrieval augmented generation. So which means teaching it to look up the right information. So already LLMs ku or information kuduthirupanga. Okay, LLMs is not a RAG. So someone asked the question, LLM vera RAG vera. RAG LLM-ன்றது நார்மலான ஒரு விஷயம், லைக் ஒரு இட்லி மாதிரி. ஸோ அந்த இட்லியை நம்ம LLM-ன்றது ஒரு மாவு மாதிரின்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. ஓகே, அந்த மாவை நம்ம எந்த மாதிரி யூஸ் பண்றோன்றது பொறுத்து தான். ஓகே, தோசை கல்ல போட்டா தோசை வரும், இட்லி குண்டால போட்டா இட்லி வரும். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி அந்த LLM நம்ம எப்படி யூஸ் பண்றோம். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வாட் RAG மீன், த ரியல் டைம் டேட்டா. ஸோ ஆல்ரெடி இன்டர்நெட்ல எக்ஸ்போஸ் ஆகியிருக்கிற டேட்டாவை டேட்டாவை அனலைஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு அவுட்புட் கொடுக்கறது தான் வந்து RAG. Okay, so fine tuning is pretty much higher than RAG to given the exact results. Okay, so customizing response to make it more personal and accurate. Okay, so அதாவது அதே LLM தான், பட் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் அதிகமா வந்து ஃபைன் டியூன் பண்றது. லைக் இது சொன்னா நீ இதுதான் சொல்லணும். ஓகே, ஸோ அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு சில விஷயங்கள் ஃபைன் டியூனிங். அண்ட் ஃபுல் ட்ரைனிங். ஃபுல் ட்ரைனிங் இஸ் சம்திங் ஆல்சோ மே கால்ட் LLMs. பட் ஃபுல் ட்ரைனிங் விச் மீன்ஸ் ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் காலேஜ்க்கு போயிட்டு அந்த காலேஜ்ல இருந்து வெளியே வரான். ஓகே, லைக் ஆல் தி டேட்டாஸ் இட் ட்ரைன் டு திம். ஸோ அதுதான் வந்து ஃபுல் ட்ரைனிங், அதாவது எல்லா டேட்டாவுமே கொடுத்து அவனை வந்து ட்ரைன் பண்ணணும். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த ஸ்டேஜஸ் ஆஃப் ட்ரைனிங் கன்வென்ஷனல் AI. Okay, so I just want to ask you a question, like which stage of AI training seems most useful? Okay, so based on what we are covered, which AI training stage you think it will be most useful for building a chatbots? Okay, I saw many people just select the prompt engineering. Okay, it is easy, very, very easy. So, okay. After this section, we also move to the Genie platform. You only need to understand which tool used by prompt engineering or RAG or fine tuning. Okay, we didn't use the full training model. We use fine tuning, RAG, and prompt engineering in StudAI Genie. But you need to analyze which stage this tool is. Okay. So and then while I'm doing the stuff, I will ask you. You just tell me. Okay. So I just move to the another slide. What is prompt engineering? Okay, simple. So this is like just given your AI a list of instructions and see how well it follows them. Okay, for instance, if you ask it like what is the return policy, okay, it gives you the straight answer because it's something like what is your name, which means I tell my name like a Paul. My name is Paul Jivnes. Like it is super simple. Just you ask your question, but the right question. ஓகே, ஸோ உனக்கு ஆன்சர் கரெக்டாக வரணும் அப்படின்னா உனக்கு கொஸ்டின் கேட்க தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும் அந்த மாதிரி. ஸோ சூப்பர் சிம்பிள். இட் கேன் பி ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்டிவ் பிகாஸ் இட் வில் யூஸ் த சேம் டேட்டா விச் இஸ் இட் மே ஓல்ட் டேட்டா. ஓகே, எல்எல்எம்ஸ் கிரியேட் பண்ணும்போது எந்த டேட்டா லைக் 2021 20 ஸோ அந்த டேட்டாஸ் வச்சு தான் அது வந்து ஆன்சர் பண்ணும். ஓகே, இஃப் யூசர் ஆஸ்க் சம்திங் அன்எக்ஸ்பெக்டட், ஓகே, நினைச்சே பார்க்காத மாதிரி ஒரு கொஸ்டின் கேட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா இட் மே ஸ்ட்ரகிள். Okay, this is what the LLMs are. Okay, if the LLMs have the more number of data, it will answer your question. But if the LLMs have less number of data, it will struggle for your answers. Okay. Yes. So then, okay, the use cases. The use cases is FAQ chatbots like what is the return policy and the pros, quick and easy to start. Okay, anyone can use ChatGPT, Gemini, everything will use only prompt engineering. Okay, but you don't know like this is a prompt engineering or not. Okay, the cons. It has some limited creativity because AI might not understand out of the box question because they already have one data. If you ask the question, they analyze the old data and give you the same question. Okay, this is the prompt engineering. So and then retrieval augmented generation. Okay, so retrieval augmented generation, which means we have some data, okay, which is in a large database or okay, for example, in your library or in your college, they have one attendance, okay, attendance Excel sheet. Okay, so if you want to take attendance, if ஏதாவது attendance application இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, you just put your attendance in your app. The attendance will be already marked in the server. Okay, like என்னன்னா, you ask one question, the LLMs will directly go to internet and search the answers and reply into it. So ஒரு LLMs ஓட டேட்டா இல்லாம வேற ஒரு இடத்துக்கு போயிட்டு ஒரு ஆன்சர் எடுத்துட்டு வந்து உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கறது தான் RAG for simple. Okay, so it can put from a set of books to give you the better answers. Okay, so this is great for customer support and a situation where it needs to be fact checked and precise. Okay, some people wants, like business people wants the data as a precise content, so they are using this RAG technique. Okay, the downside is you need a good condition of information. Okay, உங்ககிட்ட நல்ல இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இருந்தால் தான் அதை அனலைஸ் பண்ணி அதை ஆன்சர்ஸ் வரும், or it just won't work as well. Okay, so this is what the RAG technique is. Okay, so just we move to the fine tuning. Okay, so fine tuning is getting personal. Okay, somewhat more personal, and we use fine tuning is a base of StudAI Genie. Okay, fine tuning means we take AI model that already knows a lot and we make it more personalized. Imagine you make a AI fitness coach. Okay, you want it to give personalized advice, like knowing someone prefer yoga then jogging or gym, jogging or running, like that. So the fine tuning lets make a AI more specific to the audience, like more specific to the yoga only. I did not replay for another questions. So this is what the fine tuning is in LLMs. So அதாவது இந்த LLM நீ இதுதான் சொல்லணும், இப்போ அது எதுவுமே சொல்லக்கூடாது அப்படின்ட்டு ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் பண்றது தான் ஃபைன் டியூனிங். ஓகே, ஸோ பட் this take time to process all those steps. Okay, so this is what the fine tuning is. This is a level 3. Okay, the level 1 is prompt engineering, the level 2 is RAG, level 3 is fine tuning, and the final level is full training. Okay, which means also called a full stack. You may know full stack development, like that, like all the stuff you need to put in. Okay, okay, we take a AI. Okay, so full training is okay, this is like a teaching the AI everyone everything from scratch, like sending into a medical school. If you want a doctor, like if you want a doctor, you just send him to a medical school. It can really good at what you want. Okay, but it is more expensive because you need to train the number of data, which means the billions of data, not millions, billions of data, tons of data, and the time taken is very, very long. Okay, some restricted people only use this full training thing, full training level, and another people, all our stuffs are using only fine tuning and RAG and prompt engineering. So I just let you in percentage, which means 60% of people using prompt engineering. Okay, and then 30% of using RAG. Okay, 10% of using fine tuning. So this is what the AI market is. Okay, I hope you guys are understand like what the stuffs are. So I just ask you that question, like, would you trust AI chatbot for advice? Okay, அதாவது நீங்க ஒரு chatbot உங்களுக்கு அட்வைஸ் கொடுத்தா நீங்க கேட்பீங்களா? If you need quick advice, you just ask about health or fitness. Would you feel comfortable trusting a chatbot? Okay, so the major answer is maybe, but only for simple questions. Okay, sure. Okay, great. So I just moved to the next slide, which is Genie Town Engineers. Okay. Now that we know the stages, okay, it's time for some actions in Genie Town. So if everyone using mobile to watch this section, please open your laptop and open StudAIGenie.com. Okay, so now you are all engineers. Okay, so the Genie Town Engineer module is your assistant developing the template of the chatbot. If where you start creating your own chatbot we will use some preset templates to make it easier, and also you see just how fun it can be. Okay, building a conventional chatbot, because we also use the many other chatbot module. Like you just go to Google Cloud Vertex AI. Okay, the Vertex AI is also you can use to create the chatbot, but they only give the APIs. Okay, you create your own chatbot and put your API and you can use it. Okay, there are some costs around $300, and also you can also use Azure AI. Azure AI is powered by Microsoft. They also have mini LLMs like Chat GPT, GPT-4o, GPT-o1 Preview, GPT-o1 Preview Mini, so and the Cadle versions and all those stuff. They also give the API only, but you need to pay some amounts in initial stage. Or if you are a student, uh, you just book you just create an account using your credit card and then use it the first $3,000 for free, and then you will use further. Okay, but there is some limitations. So that's why this section is mostly preferred for non-technical people, those who don't know coding, but they also want to grow, and also they want to create a chatbot, they want to automate the task. Okay, so this is why we preferred a strategy, because that's the reason only we created the strategy. Okay, so I just shared the screen of strategy. So you may or you already know about what is strategy is. All right. Okay, so let's. Okay, this is a town engineer, and
Yes, sir.
first
Your
we
screen is
can
visible.
create the own chatbot, and also. Okay, is my screen is visible? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, just you can create your own chatbot, but okay, so this is a template. I just add the template. So the template is this is something called prompt engineering. Okay, here the template is called prompt engineering, and then after that we will do one thing. So that is called drag. Okay, so the prompt engineering is something like you just put the template name, short name, description, like what the chatbot is, like description, and the first message, like what. So all the chatbots will created by from this only. So the first message is how the chatbot give you the first message. Okay, and then the instruction. The instruction is more important for creating the chatbot. So you need to include the precise instructions about chatbot. Then only you will get the precise answers. Okay, so the avatar you can create the avatar from image creator and put it here, and the template color.
Yes, sir.
Is my screen is clear, right? The content are visible to read. I think so. Okay. So, and then the personality. Okay, this is somewhat important. Human name. So, what the chatbot name is, and template role, like what the role the chatbot going to play. Okay. So, so we also put the examples like help with யாருக்கு help பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா I can help you with managing your finance. So, இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க பார்த்துக்கலாம். So, this is what the basic template to create the chatbot. Okay, the same thing will be happening in Azure, the same thing will be happening in Gemini, and same thing will be happening in AWS. So these are the three things. And also, if you want to create the chatbot thing is you need to create the HTML front end and back end, and you will put the LLM, which means the long language model, that with form of API. API is called Application Program Interface. Okay, the API is a code which will be getting from any sources like OpenAI or Azure or Google or Google Cloud or AWS. Okay, okay. So this is chatbot training and AI assistant. So what is chatbot training? Okay, I just go to the town engineer and I create the chatbot training. Okay, I want to create that chatbot which is more relevant to my product. Okay, so this is what the StudAI Genie training is. So if you check this thing, okay, this AI is made by this training only. So I just add template. Okay. Okay. So initially we just put the name of the chatbot. Okay. So I just create the chatbot um, for okay. I just create the chatbot for Microsoft. Okay. So Microsoft is the chatbot training name. Okay. So I want to include the Microsoft link because the external link, like what are the data I need to put in. So you can also go to any other resources, but there is some restrictions. You can put only some data, but you need to know the Azure Cloud or Google Cloud. You need to know that language, that cloud knowledge too, to create all this stuff. But here there is no need. So that's why we created. So this is something like a big promotion like you. Okay, so I just put Microsoft link is Microsoft.com. Okay, so I get the link and I paste it here and I just turn on. Okay, so it will analyze the website and put the links. Okay, just drag the links. அதுக்குள்ள என்னென்ன links இருக்குன்னு எல்லாத்தையும் எடுத்து நமக்கு வந்து showcase பண்ணும். So and then we okay, the websites are added successfully. I just refresh it. Okay, so here the Microsoft all the websites will be shown. So I want to okay, I want to train only about Microsoft Windows. Okay, so I just click here, click this link, Windows 11, compare Windows 11 and Windows 11 Home and Pro, and okay, apps for Windows 11. Okay, get Windows 11, get FAQ. Okay, so this is the Windows 11 thing is I just select some links and then I train. Okay, I train the GPT. Okay, so this will take some time because how the data are. So data பொறுத்து இதை train ஆகிறதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் late ஆகும். So we will wait some few minutes. If you want to make one link as a GPT, which means you just select the single link. Okay, then the website, old website, you just select the single page, put the link and train, and then you can use. Okay, for students, okay, why students here is, so in cases like for your academics, okay, for your academics or any workshops or any hackathons you can prefer, right? So in hackathons, like we take the example for Smart India Hackathon, SAH, okay, which is more familiar to all the students in Tamil Nadu and also in India. Okay, Smart India Hackathon-க்கு உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு சில instructions இருக்கும். So you can also ask ChatGPT, but they will give the relevant not give the relevant data. But if you uh, give all the inputs from the website of Smart India Hackathon, you put it here, and then if you also have some models and also have some PDFs, training things, okay, you just put all those stuff here and just train that data. Okay, after that you will get somewhat the things. Okay, so this is the trained data. Okay, everything will be trained. Okay, so if I want to train any PDF or a CSV or XLSS, so you just also train. And also, if you want to train any text, you can. Also, if you want to put the questions, okay, like இந்த கொஸ்டின் கேட்டா இதுதான் ஆன்சர் பண்ணணும். ஸோ இது எல்லாமே நீங்க பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா அது வந்து ஃபைன் டியூனிங் வரும். Okay, so if you do only websites or only PDF or ஏதாவது ஒன்று மட்டும் நீங்க பண்ணீங்கன்னா அதுதான் ஒரிஜினல். Okay, so this is the simple difference. So okay, I just tried the Microsoft thing. So I go to create own chatbot. and add template. Okay, give me any names for this chatbot. Any name for the chatbot. Chatbot name. Any name you have? Any suggestions? Okay. Hanuman. Okay, I just put the name as Hanuman. Okay. Okay, short is H. Okay. Uh, yeah, Microsoft Windows. Okay, the description is simple, right? Okay. So like Microsoft Windows chatbot. The first message is I am Hanuman. I will you with Microsoft data. Okay. So the instruction is careful. I just give the simple instruction like your name is Hanuman. You are the Microsoft Windows support assistant. Okay, I just put the simple instruction, and if you want to, okay, I just okay the avatar I will create. Okay, no more. Assistant. Okay, I can help you to troubleshoot Windows. Okay, so here I can also mention our chatbot, and also if you want, okay, if you want to create your own, you can also put the AI assistant also, which is more powerful. Okay, so I just put like this. Okay, so the Hanuman is ready. So, but there is no image, right? Okay, I just go to image creator and create an image for Hanuman image. Okay, I just put Hanuman. Hanuman is God, right? Okay, the image is created. Okay, I just okay உங்களுக்கு ஒன்று சொல்லணும் என்ன அப்படின்னா பிஃபோர் 6:30 நீங்க ஒரு chatbot பண்ணணும் ஓகேவா so I just completed the chatbot things I just going to check only so you guys just go and do the same things and if you want you can do the better things than me and create the chatbot for you okay so it is easier and you can see how fun it can be to build a conventional chatbot okay so the time is you have around 15 minutes okay 15 minutes after I create the chatbot okay it's still loading I also create the chatbot using Hanuman using Dali okay so this Hanuman okay okay I copy the Hanuman where is engineer create chatbot Hanuman put the avatar as Hanuman. Yeah, then I click save. Okay, so the Hanuman is ready right now. We go with Genie Town. In last we have, I think so. Okay, many people created the chatbots. Okay, so I am Hanuman. I help you with Microsoft data. Okay, so I need in Windows. The enter key is not working. Okay, I understand your enter key is not working. Several reasons you can help me through. Where is the enter key is not working? So okay, so this will help you to create the Hanuman assistant. And okay, so if you want, okay, so there is many chatbots are there, but you want to check the real-time data in chatbots, you just turn on this. Okay, if you turn on this, this also any chatbots will turn into RAG. Okay, so this will analyze the overall internet and give you the results. So this is what the StudAI Genie how to create the chatbot is. So if you have any questions, you just ask. I do have some questions for you. Okay. So initially, I just put myself. Okay. So why? Okay. What you do? Build your chatbot for? What would you build your chatbot for? If you would build a chatbot for any purpose, okay, what would it be for? Okay,
Yes, sir,
எந்த
we have 20
purpose-காக
minutes.
நீங்க chatbot create பண்ணுவீங்க? So this is a question. You just answer it and go to create the chatbot. Okay. Okay, I think Shweta, we have 20 minutes for people to create the chatbot. Okay. Okay, just people go and create the chatbot. And if you have any questions, you just ask. This is why I said yesterday, like, don't use many tokens. Okay. So, நீங்க நினைக்கலாம் எதுக்கு வந்து ஜீனியே நீங்க ப்ரொமோட் பண்றீங்க அப்படின்ட்டு. ஸோ ஐ ஜஸ்ட் கிவ் யூ த சிம்பிள் திங். ஓகே, ஸோ நீங்க இதை யோசிச்சு பாருங்க இன் கேஸ் இஃப் யூ கேன் ஓகே வித் ஆர் மோட். ஓகே, ஸோ பீப்புள் ரெண்டு விஷயத்துக்காக ஏன் யூஸ் பண்ணல. ஓகே, எஃபிஷியண்டா யூஸ் பண்ணல. ஸோ த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரீசன் இஸ் த if you want to get the precise data or if you want to use the large LLM, you need to pay 2,000 rupees per month for one LLM. So this is the first problem. So another problem is if you want to do the same, but there is some restrictions. But like நீங்க ChatGPT மட்டும் வேணும் அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு டெக்ஸ்ட் இமேஜ் மட்டும்தான் வரும். So if you want to go with a video or audio, you need to pay the another thing. Okay, so this is something fishy. And also, if you want to create any speaking content or script, you can go to the another LLMs. Okay, so this is what the problem statement is, and there is all the things are only text. So உங்களுக்கு prompt engineering தெரிஞ்சா மட்டும்தான் இது எல்லாமே நீங்க பண்ண முடியும். ஓகே, இல்லை அப்படின்னா உங்களால பண்ண முடியாது. Okay, so the teachers and the students and some technical people also feel this. So only we can create this. Okay, so உங்களுக்கு ஈஸியா இருக்கும் அவ்வளவுதான். So you can just go and put it, and you don't need to put any subscription. If you want, you just உங்களுக்கு எப்போ தேவைப்படுதோ அப்போ மட்டும் நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். Okay, so this is what the StudAI Genie is. So we didn't restrict any tools like நீங்க இவ்வளவு பே பண்ணாதான் இந்த டூல்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்ட்டு நாங்க ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் பண்ணல. You can use a number of tools for free. if the token ends, you just pay a little amount like a 20, 30 or 50. I think so. Now the token is 50. You just pay 50 and get 10,000 tickets. For 10,000 tokens, you can text up to 10 pages of content. Okay. So I think it's enough for one project or one thing. Okay, that's why we created this. So if you want, you can use other, just leave it. Okay, thank you so much. I already started. Okay, I just share the screen to you. Okay, actually, this is AI versus human. Okay, so the people didn't know about this. So நான் வந்து ஜஸ்ட் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கோம். ஸோ அவங்க வந்திருக்காங்க. We will check. Okay, so whether we will only put the same questions to both. So we will see which will get the best. Okay, you will get the poll and you will get the. We will show the answers to you. Okay, so initially, first one is doctor. Okay. So these are the introduction. Okay, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so first one challenge is doctor versus AI chatbot. So I have experience. Okay, these are all the question. So I just go to doctor. Okay, I'll just share my WhatsApp. Okay, I hope my WhatsApp screen is visible, right? Okay, I just asked them to introduce themselves. Okay, they will type the answer, I think so. Okay, we இதுக்குன்ட்டே நாங்க நம்பர் வாங்கி இது பண்ணியிருக்கோம். So that's why we have only 4 numbers here. They will see. Every time the people only give their replies. Then yes. Okay, they will pitch. Okay, I just type my question. Okay. Okay, he is Dr. Dinesh, MBBS, MD, practicing a senior consultant at Chennai. What post? Okay. Yes, okay. So I have one question. Okay. ஓகே இது வந்து நான் என்ன கொஸ்டின் கேட்குறேன் அப்படின்னா லாஸ்ட் 2 வீக்ஸா எனக்கு வந்து தலைவலி அண்ட் ஒரு மாதிரி சிக்காவே இருக்கு. ஸோ என்ன பண்ணலாம்? ஸோ இதுதான் என்னோட கொஸ்டின். The cause and what should I do? Let's just copy this content for today. Wait. Okay, at this. Okay. Okay, actually, நீங்க நினைக்கலாம் இது ஸ்கிரிப்டடா இருக்கலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு. Surely this is not scripted. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி விஷயத்துல நான் ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ரிக்டா இருக்கும். இது ஸ்கிரிப்டட் கிடையாது. At the same time, I just be not. What can I do now? ஓகே, இவங்க என்ன சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னா ஸ்லீப் இருக்காது, ஆல்சோ ஃப்ளூ அண்ட் காமன் கோல்டு இருக்கிறதுனால ரீசன் இருக்கலாம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. Okay, I share that window too. So yeah, but if you can constantly expensive, you just need to visit medical. It's I will come hospital. தேங்க்யூ. ஸோ ஆக்சுவலி இவங்க என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா, இந்த மாதிரி இதான் ரீசனாக இருக்கும். ஸோ நீங்க ரொம்ப இந்த மாதிரி இருக்குன்னா நீங்க டேரக்டரா டாக்டர் வந்து பாருங்கன்ற மாதிரி சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ ஐ ஜஸ்ட் கோ டு ஏஐ. Okay, that is okay. Actually, I use this much, Dr. Aditya. Okay, okay, Vanakkam, how can I assist you? Who are you? Okay, I just know that. Okay, I am experienced the same thing. Okay, this gives something. Vanakkam, humans are cellular. It is impossible to diagnose your condition online, but some possibilities include uh, stress and lack of sleep. Okay, the same thing will be found by doctor. Dehydration, insufficient water, and diet, poor nutrition also contribute, or in eating a balanced diet with enough fruits and okay. Underlying wild less common conditions like anemia. ஸோ அதாவது இது என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ், லேக் ஆஃப் ஸ்லீப், டயட்ரேஷன், டயட் இல்லை இந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது ரீசன் இருக்கலாம். ஸோ வாட் ஷுட் யூ டூ? ஸோ இவன் வந்து ஒரே ஆன்சர்ல சொல்லிட்டாங்க, செல்ஃப் கேர் பண்ணிக்கோங்க, monitor the symptoms and consult a doctor. So it's a very important to seek professional medical advice. I can't provide a diagnosis or recommend specific treatment. It is information for a general knowledge. Okay, so the director said this is one for general knowledge. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, contact advocates. So this is ஓகே, நான் ஆல்ரெடி சொல்லிட்டேன் இந்த டைம்க்கு நீங்க வந்துருங்க அப்படின்ட்டு. ஸோ அதனால அவங்க கரெக்டா வராங்க. என்ன கேட்கணும் The live second challenge is lawyer versus AI. I recently signed a contract for a new job, but I am not having a second thoughts. Can I legally back out? Okay, it's a common question. I have a question for myself. Can I legally back out of the contract? Okay, so like the comment on the same thing I asked to advocate. So here the advocate is Kiran. I already used him for my legal purpose. Okay, so I okay. I don't want to come reminder and advocate your legal information with Tamil Nadu. Okay, it's based on Tamil Nadu. Okay, I can't provide the specific legal advice or represent you in the court. So அவர் வந்து கோர்ட்ல எல்லாம் ரெப்ரசென்ட் பண்ண மாட்டாரு நார்மலா ஒரு சஜஷன் மட்டும் கொடுப்பாங்க. Okay, sir. Yes. Okay, we are taking some. What can I do? Can I mute or not? What is your opinion? Okay, so the same thing I recently signed a contract for a job. Like, type so it's along. Okay, whether you can get back out the new job. Okay, I just depending upon law of Tamil Nadu, there is no simple yes or no, but there are some key factors to consider. Carefully review your employment contract. This is contains a clause specifically penalties or for breach of contract. Offer of employment versus contract of employment. Initially, offer employment versus legal contract. Sometimes the offer letter is not legal. Okay, so எப்பவுமே வந்து ஆஃபர் லெட்டர்ன்றது லீகலாக இருக்காது. ஸோ கான்ட்ராக்ட்ன்றது வேற அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இவங்க சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. breach of contract ஓகே உங்ககிட்ட ஸ்ட்ராங் ரீசன் இருந்ததுன்னா நீங்க பண்ணலாம் பேக் போகலாம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இங்க சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஓகே ஸோ இதுதான் வந்து ஓகே வாட் மோஸ்ட் கான்ட்ராக்ட் ரிக்வயர்ஸ் எம்ப்ளாய் டு நியூ notice period for the work that they have to do inside. Okay, what if I go ரெண்டு பேர்கிட்ட தமிழ்ல கேட்போம். நான் நான் நடுவில் போட்டால் வாக்கியம் okay the advocate Karen also mentioned like you obviously must consult a qualified lawyer in Tamil Nadu for personal advice on this matter. This is not a situation where you put in a general information. I understand. Time, please. ஓகே, இப்போ வந்து என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா லீகல் ஆக்ஷன் எடுக்கலாம் அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ஃபினான்ஷியல் பெனல்டிஸ் இருக்கும். லைக் ட்ரைனிங் காஸ்ட் அண்ட் ரெக்யர்மெண்ட் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் இது எல்லாமே வந்து நீங்கள் பே பண்ணுற மாதிரி இருக்குன்ற மாதிரி இதில் சொல்லி. Okay. So and last thing, I give the disclaimer like it is a legal, it's not give the legal advice. Best course is immediately consult with a legal lawyer specific employment law. Okay, so இப்படியே வந்து இவர் என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காருன்னா உங்களுக்கு அந்த பீரியட் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா நீங்க ஃபிளெக்சிபிள் லீவ் ஆகும். ஓகே சார், தேங்க்யூ. Thanks for your. Okay, and then I go with the gym trainer, which is also fitness trainer. Okay, good question. Okay, I have Paul Gymnast. Okay, we will wait for gym trainer. Okay, is there any questions? Gym trainer. Okay, fitness trainer. I have got that. You do. Okay, I don't ask sir payment what you do. Okay, I know who is it, but I ask for it. Okay, I am professional fitness trainer and celebrity fitness trainer. Okay. Okay, so you can stream. So I am looking to lose weight and improve my overall fitness. What is the best approach to achieve my goals? Okay. I think your resume is correct. Yes. Let's do this one. Okay. Okay, actually the parent one is in map. So I save for the parent. Okay, the advocate is working as a civil advocate in Madras High Court. Okay, you're Arjun. Hi, Arjun. What kind of person are you? What kind of person is that? Yes. Yeah. Okay, Vanakkam, how can I help you today? Are you ready to start working towards your business goal? Let's start. We copy the same thing. I have a question. Okay, I'm reading. Ask a question. Okay, I'm looking to lose weight and improve my overall fitness. What the best approach? Okay, so it gives the response, and I read three ways to lose weight, maintaining a fit body. One is diet, then workout. Okay, the human says the fitness gym trainer said like three ways are there. One is diet, and another one is workout. Third one is more effective way. What is that way? Okay, we will see that. Okay, one losing weight is a fantastic goal. The best approach to involve a combination of diet and exercise prior to you. Okay, the best advice. Tell me, okay, so it has some other questions. Your current fitness level. Okay, I just I did workout. I just sit a long day in paper. Diet habits I need to only knowledge. Daily schedule. Daily schedule of healthy conditions or limitations. Okay, I don't know. Okay. He said there are combination of both. If you're ready to most effective way, then automatically start working the cardio fit diet. Then automatically. Okay, how long it's take times? Okay, still it's okay. What? This is what the unexpected question. Okay, so unexpected questions you can ask, but it takes some time to respond. Uh, okay, I understand lifestyle of you, diet considering only for non-vegetarian. Okay, let's start. Okay, wait. It depends upon the person to person, the metabolism, genetics, and etc. Okay, so, okay, I asked it. So the exercise is gently introduce movement in your day. We will focus on simple management activities, 10 to 20 of office stretches, the 5 minute stretch break every 2 hours or 2 days. Focus on simply stretches. Okay, so actually this will help to give the more precise thing that what we need to do. But the people are just tell like இதெல்லாம் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு okay ஆயிடும். Okay. So this is I think this is the difference. If you start early as possible, you will see noticeable results within 2 months. Okay, I will come to I will join. Okay, so one vegetarian person. Okay, எப்பவுமே நான்வெஜ் சாப்பிடாதீங்க ஒரே ஒரு தடவையாச்சும் வெஜ் சாப்பிடுங்கன்ற மாதிரி சொல்லுவோம். And the second phase is gradual proficiency. So 5 to 6 weeks. Type of games. Give the time. Okay, so after 5 to 6 weeks, the longer walk, body exercise, the 2 sets of 10 repulsion of push-ups, hold 30 seconds, planks, and 60 second sets. Okay, so these are the thing and 2 vegetable servings. So after 4 or 5 months, 4 or 5 weeks, 2 vegetable servings. Okay, week 9 onwards, the maintain regular exercise routines and diet, fruits and vegetables. Okay, so these are the things they will do, but here they didn't mention like you need to ask the real fitness coach like that because a doctor says that fitness is that, but this fitness trainer is not. Okay, so what is your opinion about this fitness coach? I think the poll will be important. You just ask, I just go to my map. This is can do this. Yes, okay, can question. Okay, parenting expertise here. My 5 years old has been thrown smoothly and reducing the follows instructions. Can I handle this situation effectively? Okay. Okay. Yes, please. Okay. You can type the question. Okay, everyone knows like இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு விஷயம் நடக்குதுன்னு எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். கொஸ்டின் மட்டும் யாருக்கும் தெரியாது. So there is the thing. Okay, I'm Archana. I completed MBA and currently pursuing my PhD. Okay, okay. Uh, about your son. How big he is. Okay, he is 3.5 years old only. Okay, we will modify as 2 years old. Okay, I have a question. My 2 years old. Has- and this. Okay, we will wait for our reply. Actually, என்ன question அப்படின்னா ஸோ த டீம் மை டீம் மென்ஷன் லைக் 5 years old 5 வயசு குழந்தை வந்து ரொம்ப கோவப்படுது ஸோ என்னோட இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ் எதுவும் ஃபாலோ பண்ண மாட்டேங்குது நான் என்ன பண்றது இந்த சுச்சுவேஷன்ல ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த கொஸ்டின் இஸ் ஓகே ஸோ நான் எதுக்கு 2 வயசுன்னு கூட தெரியல செட் அப் கொஸ்டின் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் already since able to understand the emotions but as a parent I know how to change while he is crying from the situation so I okay, moving how can I do? Okay, I just do to mother. So we have the amma. Yeah. Okay, the mother coach. Okay, I am Amma, your virtual mother. Vanakkam. Okay, I asked them. I have a doubt. Any doubt, ma? Tell me everything. Don't give step. Okay. So let's just put the same here. We will see. Okay. The comment is completely normal for your system represent expressing fluctuation through. Okay. Okay, அதாவது கோவம் காட்டுறதுலாம் வந்து நார்மல் தான். பிஃபோர் ரியாக்டிங் ட்ரை டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் ஒய் இஸ். ஓகே, ரியாக்ட் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி எதுக்கு இவன் கோவப்படுறான்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. என்ன ட்ரை பண்றான், லைக் அங்கிரியா இருக்கானா, இல்லை எதை வந்து அவன் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்ண பார்க்குறான் அப்படின்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்கன்ற மாதிரி சொல்றான். So frustrated because he can't do something. So he can't do something. Identify the cause can sometimes help de-escalate the situation. Strategies: stay calm. The most important thing you can do, okay, ignore safety. Ignore safety is not harmful. No victim throwing things dangerous. ஓகே, என்ன சொல்லணும்னா இக்னோர் பண்ணிருங்க. அடிக்கிறதோ துன்புறுத்ததோ வேண்டாம். Positive reforms, reinforcement, like catching a goal when you follow instruction, even small things, praising generously. That's a wonderful. You put your toy away so nice. Okay, அதாவது ஏதாவது தப்பு பண்ணாலுமே பாசிட்டிவ் வேல நீங்க சொல்லுங்க சொல்றாங்க. ஸோ கீப் சாய்ஸஸ் ஆஃபர் லிமிட்டட் சாய்ஸஸ், சென்ஸ் ஆஃப் கண்ட்ரோல். ஸோ லிமிட்டடா நீங்க எந்த விஷயமா கொடுக்கறதா இருந்தாலும் லிமிட்டடா கொடுங்க. ஸோ தட் கிவ் சாய்ஸஸ். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரியான விஷயங்கள் இட்ஸ் நாட் பனிஷ்மெண்ட். ஓகே, ஸோ திஸ் ஆர் த திங்ஸ். ஸோ multiple things they will do. And remember, Amma, the pace is temporary. Be patient, considerably, and don't underestimate the wisdom of your own parents. Their experience is invaluable. What advice I have given you, or what they share from their own experience with raising their child. Okay, so important consideration, your own well-being. Okay, so இது வந்து எல்லா விஷயமும் சொல்லிட்டு, ஸோ உங்க பேரண்ட் கிட்ட கேட்டுக்கோங்க. ஸோ தே வில் ஹாவ் சம் பெட்டர் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்சஸ். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வாட் தே சே. And you can't make it seem to understand just making it. Okay, the same thing I want to say. ஓகே, ஸோ இவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா, இந்த மாதிரி கோவமா இருக்குன்னா குளிக்க வச்சுட்டு விளையாடுறதுக்கு டாய்ஸ் கொடுத்துருந்தா அவன் எல்லாத்தையும் மறந்துடுவான். திஸ் இஸ் வாட் த பேரண்ட்ஸ். ஓகே, ஓகே மேம், ஆக்சுவலி த டைம் இஸ் ஓவர். ஸோ ஐ ஜஸ்ட் okay, so this is enough. Okay, so we see that AI is and human interaction. So I want to ask you, like, in which situation would you prefer AI assistance? So we saw the four situation. So actually, why we choose this situation is, so in the much situation when the AI தவிர human வந்து needed. So this is why we choose this situation one. Okay, I just start the poll. Okay, so in which of this situation you would you prefer AIs? That's another question. Okay, so many people not choose parent guiding and fitness tips. So I want to know what your main concern about AI chatbots. Okay, because they also do all the stuff. But what is the main concern? Yeah, they use பண்ண மாட்டேங்க. Okay, so we can see the results. Okay, I turn this section to Charlotte. Thank you so much.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Wonderful evening to all. Hope you had a great session. What an incredible 2 days it has been at the StudAI Elev8 Workshop. We have explored the fascinating world of AI from understanding its transformating potential to hands-on experiences with cutting-edge tools like StudAI Genie. So now let's take a moment to reflect on your journey and discuss the next step in our AI adventure. Here are some of the key takeaways. The AI revolution is not a distant future. It's happening right now, transforming the way we work, learn, and interact. Prompt engineering is a critical skill that enables us to communicate effectively with AI system and unlock the full potential. StudAI Genie is a powerful, user-friendly platform that democratizes AI, making it accessible to individuals and business alike. Chatbot recreation is no longer limited to tech experts. With tools like StudAI Genie, anyone can create intelligent, personalized chatbot. The future lies in AI-human collaboration, where we leverage the strengths of both artificial intelligence and human judgment for optimal results. Okay, now we move on to question and answer session. Okay, how has your perspective on AI changed? You can poll now. Most answer is I'm more optimistic about using AI tools.
Yeah, I saw the question while using API key, your private data is your being given to ChatGPT. Okay, so there is two type of API keys are there in ChatGPT as well as many AI providers. One is for personal API, another one is so they are using and we are also using the corporate APIs. Corporate APIs is not much data sharing like personal APIs. So this is something different. So this is our use case. Also, we in StudAI Genie also have some features like you can put your own API key there and use unlimitedly. We can also have the feature. We are working in it. Maybe it will launch within a week or twice. Okay, improve more AI in future. Actually, we do. Okay, so you see all the AI tools. Okay, in StudAI Genie I am the only person who develop all the stuffs. But the thing is, I am the only person. Note the point. I am the only person, which means all the things will be automated. Okay, automated using AI only. Okay, the thing is, AI will get your job. Okay, so this is a myth. From my case, this is a myth. Why this is myth is you need to understand like how the AI works. You need to understand how we can use the AI effectively. So this is the main reason why we need to uh, uh, operate this type of workshop. So the main reason is of the workshop is everyone need to know how to use the AI effectively. Okay, so if you can use the AI effectively in your daily life, you can adopt it. So then you don't need to worry about this. Okay, AI will groom day by day only. So you need to adopt all those stuffs. If you stuck in one day or so, it's fishy for you to adopt the technology. Okay. So this is the thing. Does Genie use the same method of ChatGPT? Actually, Genie have around 15 to 16 the combination of AI tools. Okay, for each tool, we integrated one APIs for chatting, for image creation. For image creation only, we integrated three more APIs, three more technologies, different technologies to operate. Which is the three technologies are highly give results. Okay. So the Genie not have the same method. It's a combination of multiple AIs to give the best solution for what the question asks. So this is what the Genie is. Like Genie AI is. You can follow me and my company, StudAI EduTech Private Limited in LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and also me, Paul Jeevanesan, in LinkedIn and Instagram only. Okay. Okay, you just search my name in Google or any search engine. Also, our company. Okay. So, thank you so much for joining